Ragged jeans, tattered blanket, the inhaling of a cigarette. Bryce obtains a slight distraction of thought for the moment. Dilapidated shoes, torn shirt, the exhale of a cigarette. Red light, traffic comes to a halt. It's time for the show. Slowly rising to his feet whilst picking up a folded piece of cardboard, Bryce takes one last drag before chucking the butt to the asphalt. Unfolded. An orphan, destined to the streets. Bryce was forced to experiment, ultimately discovering how to evoke emotion. He rigorously walks from car to car, staring deeply into each driver's eyes, bearing the same melancholic expression, hoping to make eye contact, which, once made, the fourth wall is broken. There's audience participation through empathy. Others do their best to avoid any sort of nudge on the conscience, blindly searching for something that's not really there. Fingers meddling, touching, distracting the mind.
Motherfucker ain't getting my hard-earned dime.
Success for the driver, defeat for Bryce. Green light. Cars carry on their way. Bryce prepares himself for the next performance. The same act, new players, same avoidance of eye contact, same pitiful looks, same vagrant. A syndicated reality show. Until rush hour subsides and the cars that pass are few and far between. Another intersection, more misguided eyes striving to get by. Hazel, yearning her past life, a time when she wasn't a hindrance to the society she so precariously leans on.
Thank you.
She weaves through traffic, bearing a sorrowed grin. Hazel, a lost child in an unforgiving world, a prolonged tragedy. Hope is to blame as she gazes towards her sanctuary. The sight of Bryce signals they've finished their shift on Conway. Bryce and Hazel, love through turmoil, and yet desirable. A movie poster, some romantic comedy, if they didn't contain such a transient appearance. Apathetic towards the audience, Bryce and Hazel venture past reality, beyond living without a home, beyond the scolding eyes, beyond the unsettling fear, towards the euphoria of love.
What are we doing here?
You know how you said you've never been on a boat before?
Yeah?
Well, with what little I saved, I want you to take the water taxi across the way. You can wash your hair, your body, eat a proper meal, just watch TV, and sleep in a normal bed for the first time since I've met you.
Why? What's the point, Bryce?
Because you deserve more. This is the beginning of a better tomorrow.
Then what?
Don't worry about that. Just get lost in normalcy.
I don't know where I'd be without you, Bryce. I never want to lose you.
And you won't. Here. I only have enough for you to ride. Take the water taxi, get a room, and I'll meet you there.
Bryce sets forth on his 4-mile journey. While a distant life, our behemoth, fresh out of the 9 to 5, sees off his beer and pompously signals for another.
Olivia!
Aren't you gonna ask what I want?
Bo?
Peering around, Fred scopes out the scene. Ill-amused by plain dexterities, Fred immerses himself in the great distraction: technology. An unappreciated Olivia plops the pint next to the Oblivion until, beckoned by a middle-aged man, a contrived smile sprouts.
I didn't mention, but you look stunning today.
Frank, you always know just what to say. What can I get you, hon?
Let's do whiskey this round.
Coming right up.
The word doll always bothered her. Creeping remnants of her father, malodorous memories, her mother withering away under chauvinism. Mind slowly drifting, body continues subconsciously meandering towards the liquor. Bottled up, relentlessly looming, a rush of regret shatters the glass. Life has thrust her down a slope she swore she would never take. She thought she would save up, escape this mundane life, pick up, pack the car with what little she owns and move west. But no, cash is too easy to blow. Habits, hobbies, possessions, but the most detrimental, a suave, handsome, no-talent actor, Matthew.
With spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose, well, saved a world too wide.
Her lack of confidence led to his financial gain. Sugar Mama, distracted by lost aspirations,
Olivia!
back to reality. She brings Frank his drink and carries on, flirting, smiling, touching. At least she can't remember what she was thinking about. All the while, Fred stalks the feed.
Facebook's great in the summer. So many bikini pics.
And thus only remaining forever in normalcy. If it weren't for an onset of light and a slight breeze grazing Fred's leg, seizing him like a dead leaf in a gust. By the time it hits Olivia, a cascading sensation. Her first eclipse, as eyes the color of rum rival the golden rays of the sun. An everlasting moment proceeds. She engulfs the room in her radiance. A muse without a name, bestowing inspirations. A dazed Fred is first to react.
Am I not deceived by such an incredulous light? Or entering now as the reincarnation of Cleopatra before me?
Bewildered by such a rogue statement, Fred quickly realizes the one poetic moment of his life, lost in a murmur. The sunlight fades, the door closes. The muse sensually swings her hips each step she takes towards the bar.
What'll it be?
Cranberry vodka.
Olivia contemplates. Fred, still upset he's gone unnoticed, looks to move in, slithering towards the muse.
Hey, Olivia, can you get me 2 of those cinnamon whiskey shots?
The muse, not bemused, but aware, attempting to deceive.
So, have you tried these yet? They are ridiculously awesome. I hope you're thirsty, because I got one for you.
Olivia intrudes on Fred's lustful quest.
Here are your shots, Freddie. And a, cranberry vodka for you.
So, you trying to take a shot, lady of my dreams?
No thanks, buddy.
Damn. Olivia, here you go. Let's do one.
No way. I'm working.
Defeated, Fred seeks to add to his dismay, retreating to his distorted reality.
Sorry about Freddie. He gets a little fresh with the new faces.
And who said chivalry was dead?
What's your name?
Ophelia.
Oh, well, we're just a couple of O's. Because my name's Olivia.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Olivia.
Are you new in town?
I'm not terribly new, in fact. I ride my bike past here every day. I've seen you and was always intrigued. You seem so wholesome. There's a radiance to you.
I could say the same thing about you.
This is my number. I'm afraid I'm already late for a meeting. Let's grab some coffee and talk about life's perils and brilliance. Thanks for the drink, darling.
Take care.
Briefly paralyzed, Olivia feels the universe expand for the first time. Fred notices the departure, quickly following suit, not for another chance to talk, but a glance, only to imagine.
Shame it didn't work out. Chick was hot.
His attention quickly shifts. More eye candy. Extravagant eyes at a glance. Heart melting, and in meeting, mesmerizing. Wars were fought for less of a feeling. Against the fading sun, skyline in the distance, she walks. Her heels ignite a beat with every step, her hips in flowing rhythm accentuate a coruscating crimson dress, infallibly catching the focus of every ambler. She feeds off such attention, untouched by the warm air, the chirping of a summer sonnet, the tulips in full bloom. No, it's with each glaring eye that she becomes a source of aesthetic destruction. Feeling a vibration emitting from her purse, Cynthia remains adrift amongst an unseen virtual society, lost in stories of inconsequential nature, unaware as she turns a corner and colliding with a man. She barely stumbles, but he trips, falling to the cracked sidewalk. She gathers herself, then notices the man's appearance. Tattered pants, vomit-inducing odor.
Ew. Fucking hope.
She tries to rid herself of any traces of scum, judging as the bum gathers.
It's not just the bum, he's a thief.
The bum moves to carry on, with but a brief hesitation, only to say,
I'm sorry.
Cynthia reacts all too quickly as she sprays him in the eyes with mace. He falls to the ground. She runs, hair flowing, arms pumping, yet so graceful as to not break a heel. The homeless man on his back rolls in agony. An eerie sense of pride engulfs her as she smiles slyly. He came at me, right? I was threatened. Contemplation doesn't last long. The beat continues. Finally, she arrives at her destination, teary-eyed, shaken. Oh, she's convincing, exaggerating her story. A knife was pulled. A struggle ensued. Thank God for mace. Her friends commiserate, shedding tears, embracing her, words of condolence, praise for her actions, but most importantly, shots. The continuous consumption of alcohol, some would argue, is the best remedy for anybody's trouble. Off she goes to the bar, the night beginning to get blurry. She dances. Men swarm, put forth their greatest display, like birds of paradise, battling to spread their seed. She, ambiguously, chooses a winner, wandering through lust. He takes her home. She fucks him. He falls in love. She awakens not knowing his name. Beguiled by a funk. Beguiled by this funk. Uninspired nuances that once, I think, they would have inspired me. Was leaving that city that never sleeps a good idea? The insomnia seems to have followed me.
Shit! I'm still drunk. Ugh, I guess I'm gonna have to hit the emergency flask when I get in.
Alright, you made your point. A quest taken without worth? Your words. You always would have had me fail. I don't know. I don't really get how our relationship works at this point. I'm not consumed in control anymore. I'm not moving back. I haven't even tried yet. No, that is just it. That's just it. Okay, I need to get my hands dirty. Yes, dirty town, dirty hands, wallow in the disparities, sure. But first, I need inspiration. Then if failure presents itself, so be it. I'll move back. But in the meantime, you know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna boost my karma. I'm looking at a homeless guy and I'm going to bring him some food. That's right. Humanity, it turns out, isn't dead in all of us. Derailed. Yeah. Derailed, yeah. I miss you.
Shit!
Remember those shoes?
Get off of me!
I'm trying to help you.
It's safe there.
Yeah. I guess so. Tire.
I'm sorry I'm late. You're just in time.
Somebody else, so much to give. Sweet, sweet gravity, oh, release me. Please release me. My heart longs to be free.
Motoshot.